Queen Elizabeth Park is one of the most beautiful parks in Vancouver, and if you are there in April, you are definitely likely to see a lot of cherry blossom trees in full bloom. Queen Elizabeth Park is located on the highest point in Vancouver at an elevation of 125 meters. One of the attractive areas in the park are the quarry gardens, which are sunken areas previously occupied by quarry. The park has an area of 130 acres and offers a beautiful view of the city from the top. One of the must-see places in the park is the Bloedel Conservatory, which is an indoor dome with exotic plants, flying birds, and koi fish. Our next stop of the day was the Van Dusen Botanical Garden. We saw a beautiful blue and orange tractor. It's not a display item, it is actually used by the staff for groundskeeping duties. Located in one extreme end of the garden is the amazing maze. Mazes date back to 3000 to 4000 years back, but the mazes built with garden hedges were prevalent in Renaissance time about 500 years back. We also entered the maze and got lost a few times before coming out successfully. The bright red big chairs are nice for photo ops. The Van Dusen Botanical Garden was opened in 1975 and is located on a former golf course. It is located few hundred meters away from the Queen Elizabeth Park and occupies an area of about 55 acres. The garden has brought trees from all over the world. However, there is great emphasis on Canadian species. There are many themed gardens such as the Rose Garden, the Japanese Garden, the Korean Garden, and Herb and Meditation Garden. Different seasons offer different beautiful sights. For example, during April, May, springtime, you can find rhododendrons and cherry blossoms. In end of May, you can find the Lebanon walk. During fall, it is the beautiful foliage colors, and in winter, the Festival of Lights is very popular. The garden is open all year round. One can easily spend 2 to 3 hours in the garden walking around the trails and enjoying the beauty of flowers and plants. The Van Dusen Botanical Garden has a nice visitor center, souvenir shop, and a nice cafeteria. After the long walk, you can relax in the cafeteria, sipping a cup of coffee and having some snacks. We saw a variety of flowers, including the purple, violet, cherry blossoms, and yellow colored flowers, etc. Another feature of the garden is the ponds and the fountains. They are quite attractively placed in the garden. Apart from that, there are different statues placed in the garden. We thoroughly enjoyed our time in the Van Dusen Botanical Garden. The weather was perfect. After the walk, we enjoyed a nice cup of coffee in the cafeteria. We next moved on to the lighthouse and the lighthouse park. The parking place is about a kilometer away, so you have to park and walk down to the lighthouse. After visiting both the Queen Elizabeth Park and the Van Dusen Botanical Garden, we were pretty hungry and we wanted to sit down for a nice lunch. And so we picked the Horseshoe Bay. It's a wonderful place with mountains on the backdrop. There is a ferry terminal, and so it is ocean, it is mountains, it is forests, everything. We chose the Olive and the Anchor restaurant for our lunch. As you can see, it's a beautiful place and there was a nice variety of dishes available. We had soup, prawn salad, a burger, and some smoked salmon preparation. After lunch, we had a stroll on the scenic waterfront with a ferry in the background. Our last stop of the day was Lynn Canyon. It's a nice canyon with a lot of trees and a small suspension bridge. When we went there, there were no people, so we could take beautiful pictures on the suspension bridge. There are nearby waterfalls and a nice boardwalk. We had walked over 15,000 steps since morning and we were pretty tired, so it was time to call it a day and return back to our hotel.